Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tony Onying Show, proudly brought to you by Glonton Foundation, your partner in responsible well-being. So we are here on our second episode of dealing with narcissistic characters, and with me again is none but our counselor, that is Mrs. Okello. But before I welcome Mrs. Okello officially to the show, we all appreciate that today, the 8th of March, is International Women's Day. And for that purpose, allow me to dedicate this message in the name of our theme, Giving to Gain. Happy International Women's Day to the wonders of creation, the flowers of humanity, and the very breath of our joy. To all our sisters, daughters, and mothers, you are very important because you are loved beyond measure. May this special day serve as a constant reminder of your worth with every sunrise and sunset. May God continue to bless you with abundant life, peace, and wisdom as we work together to make the world a much better place. Happy Women's Day, Mrs. Okello.
Thank you so much, dear moderator, and happy Women's Day to every woman out there. I want to let you know that you're beautiful, you're smart, and you can do it. Don't give up.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Okello, for that. Just a reminder, the last episode, we talked about who or what a narcissistic character is, and we got a couple of reactions, got some phone calls, we got some emails, and of course we got some subscribers on the Tony Onying Show. So today we promised that in this show we are going to be talking about managing the relationship with a narcissistic character. And for the benefit of our viewers, these are the egocentrics. These are the self-absorbed persons. These are people who lack empathy for others, but they want empathy for themselves. Now, you have this narcissistic as a husband, as a wife, as a father, and of course, sometimes as your supervisor in the workplace. So, question to my counselor here is, how do we handle these relationships with these personalities?
Thank you so much, dear moderator. I remember in the last episode we ended telling our dear viewers that if you cannot handle that person, if you cannot handle that job, please, your mental health matters. And today we want to see how you can manage to actually stay at that workplace, or how you can manage to stay in that marriage or in that relationship.
Or stay as a child to that family.
Or stay as a child to that family. Actually, yes. For a child, you have no option.
No. By the way, they have run away, they have committed suicide, so we also need to take rid of those.
Yeah, we shall look at it also, only that for her, for the percentage that we can give the workplace and marriage, for you as a child, it's a smallest percentage.
Which we can't ignore.
Which we can't also ignore, because your mental health matters. Yeah.
Okay, so how best do we handle these personalities? Now, I need you to focus on marriage and also the workplace.
Yeah, for the workplace, I will start with that because this is where people have actually suffered silently just because they want money, and they want to keep that job.
And to keep the family.
And to keep the family, because you're imagining of how you're going to leave that job, and then who will take care of your family. Yeah. For workplaces, this can be your boss, or it can be
it can even be you.
It can be you. It can be me. And to handle this, ideally, is silence. Because you see, in relationships, they say that you can see red flags. At some point, if you see those red flags, you first measure if you can handle it. Then you have to learn to be silent. Because this is the boss that is going to call you in his office and ask you for some things that you know that you've already done. And for these people, actually, remember, they have that entitlement. And they want to show you that they are bosses, even when you already know that this is my boss. But you have to know that even before you came, there are other people that he was leading or she was leading. So he's capable of that position that that person is in. So you, as an employee, you have to know the limits, when to speak and when to keep quiet. And you can't only keep quiet on these people, actually. When you keep quiet, they will think that you're undermining them. When you speak, they will say that, why are you even speaking when I'm talking? So for you to manage that, you have to understand when to speak, when to keep quiet.
Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes you just have to take the silence, but do what they want you to do.
Yes, do what they want you to do.
So what about on the other side, where it is the narcissistic reportee to the boss? How, as a boss, how would I,
So as a boss, you can also manage that reportee through silence. And because of course you're not going to keep quiet, because you need to give work for this person to do. So you have emails. Write an email. And most things that you need to do with these narcissistic people, you have to use the writings.
Yes.
Mostly, because at some point they have a way of ignoring you, because he's going to tell you something or she's going to tell you something. When you remind them, remember, for them they just speak. When you remind them, at some point they will not remember what they told you, or they can even ignore what they told you, but they want you to do what they want you to do right at that exact point.
So I think at the end of the day, it is communication remains a key pillar.
Communication remains a key pillar.
So quickly, let's dive onto the marriage aspect. Do we approach it the same way now? And maybe to draw it a bit closer. Here's the scenario: the woman, the wife, the husband. The wife is dealing with a narcissistic husband, and for me, I'm trying to paint attention on this, because this show is happening on International Women's Day.
Yes.
So how, as women, how do you approach that?
For women, actually, I want to let you know that you're beautiful enough and you're bright, you're sharp. Do not allow anyone to undermine you, to let you know that you cannot do it.
But remember, you're dealing with the ego of this man. You're dealing
with the ego of that man. But remember what I said, even in the last episode when we were ending it. Silence matters while you're dealing with that person. Because at that point, when you also want to contribute on what they are saying, you're not going to manage.
Okay. I think the key takeaway, ladies and gentlemen, from what our counselor, Mrs. Okello, is saying is we just need to go silent, but do the work. So your action speaks louder. And I think for me, that's the message I'm getting from both the workplace and as well as in the marriage.
Yeah, and actually they appreciate at some point when you do use actions. They appreciate. They will start. They'll start telling some friends, "This woman is really good. I don't understand this woman, but the way she does things." But they will not tell it to you in your eyes.
They will appreciate in the background.
Yes, they will appreciate in the background, because they don't want you to know that you're actually good to them. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Mrs. Okello, for that. I think the other thing that we pick out of this is believe that you're good. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Do not let anybody take away your sense of pride and your ability to deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been nice having you once again on the wonderful Tony Onying Show. And of course, our very experienced counselor here, Mrs. Okello. Thank you so much for listening to us. And we'll come back yet again with episode 3. But, Mrs. Okello, before I say bye to the audience, thank you so much for always being available for this show.
And maybe one thing that I can leave with viewers, please feel free to unlearn and learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the contact is right there available. You'll find it just if you click on our show details. and reach out anytime that you want. Thank you so much. Do not forget to subscribe on the Tony Onying Show. Bye.